Are you making good money but still feeling broke? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to talk about why women with high salaries still struggle to hit their money goals. Welcome or welcome back. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that button now and turn on the notification bell so that you are notified every time I drop a video with more money mindset tips and tricks. Sophia used these gems that we're going to talk about today to save $1,000 in less than 30 days when she took my money challenge. And I will link that money challenge in the description so that you can get access to it for free if you like. But she was making good money, she realized, but was a reckless spender. And so she was able to rein that in order to get ahead with her finances. Long story short, this was actually February 2020. She was laid off the next month, March 2020. And so thank God she was able to save some money before the world shut down. And now she's actually running her debt-free business, which is super, super exciting, and still using these tips years later to help her continue to build wealth in her own journey. While the phenomenon of living paycheck to paycheck and struggling to manage money in a way that helps one to build generational wealth is not, exclusive to women or women of color who I really talk to, the thing is that there are some nuances that come into play when we discuss why that might be happening to women like us. And, recent studies have shown, one being that over 56%, regardless of their earning, feel insecure about their finances, which really just highlights how important it is that we need to learn how to manage our money better and increase our financial literacy. Life is going to life regardless. So we have to actually build this relationship with saving and spending that allows us to understand that the point is to save and to let it go, and to save and to let it go. And hopefully we get better and better and better at that, working that money muscle out so that it's easier for us to rebuild our savings over and over and over again, which I anticipate and expect would be the case for anyone, but it can be discouraging mentally and keep us from, kind of getting back on the horse, for lack of better metaphor. So if you have ever felt discouraged by having saved money and having to spend it, drop that in the comments. Let's chat about it, because it is something that I hear so often, and I don't want you to feel alone in the process and would love to encourage you. Those are just some of the uncontrollable factors that contribute to us being, feeling stuck and not knowing exactly how to navigate in order to create financial freedom faster, right? Especially on an accelerated pace. Then we have these wonderful, influential places that we can really begin to grow and evolve to make progress in our journeys. And this is where we really want to focus so that we can create a plan that's specific to us and our situation in order to improve our financial and overall well-being. So the lack of savings, my friend, the lack of savings is one of the biggest things because we have to have a buffer. We need to have space between us and lifing. So even if we've had to use it recently, our focus should always revert back to how do I build back this savings in order to have some cushion between me and life, right? So I think over 50% of Americans don't have $1,000 to cover an unexpected emergency. And if you recently have had to use your emergency fund or you don't have savings at all, then this would be your direct focus. Number one thing to do is to start saving some money, even if it's like $1 a day. I know this sounds crazy. Just start saving because we never know when something's going to come up, and having that savings is going to be, it's something that happens more of an inconvenience than a crisis in our lives. Baby, living beyond one's means, okay? Living beyond your means, meaning spending more money than you make, is going to be like shooting yourself in the foot. It's self-sabotage. I'm going to just call it out, right? And we can talk about that more in another episode if that's helpful, but when you are making more money, that doesn't mean that you automatically have to or need to spend more money, all right? When you start making more money, or if you've been making more money and realize that lifestyle creep has kind of gotten in the way in that we're keeping up with the Joneses, we're purchasing things that are not things that we can cash flow or be able to, recoup or pay for quickly, then essentially we're really putting ourselves in a poor financial position. No pun intended, but we're putting ourselves in a bad position when we do something like that. And it's really important to start to rein in that spending and go back to the drawing table to say, okay, well, what is within my means? What are my means? Oftentimes we don't even know like what is our bare bones budget in order to know what falls within that and be able to start spending in alignment with what our means is. And this is going to include, like I said, saving, paying yourself first, because we're quick to pay other people, but for some reason we put ourselves at the end of that list. And that has to shift if we want to build generational wealth. All of that being connected to this number one tip, which is a lack of financial literacy. Obviously, we didn't grow up going to school learning about financial literacy, how to manage money, save, pay down debt, and create financial freedom and independence. So it makes sense that essentially we are like elementary school students when it comes to financial literacy. I said it, I'm probably like, first grade, second grade, right? But a lot of us are like kindergartners when it comes to money, and it's okay. We shouldn't feel ashamed about it. We shouldn't feel any other type of way about it, guilty. We didn't have the information. Our parents and family did what they could. They did the best that they knew how in their situation. But now as adults, it's on us to fill that gap between, what we don't know and where we want to be. And that looks like, reading, watching more videos like this, listening to podcasts, joining a community, so that you're able to fill that gap and learn the route that is going to help you create financial freedom. Not Cindy down the street, not so-and-so wherever, because there's a lot of different options and cookie cutter plans out there. But I think that the best option is going to be you figuring out your specific situation and your specific path to financial freedom and independence. So what is your plan to create financial literacy, to improve, to increase, to learn more about money and how to create financial freedom in your life faster, so that you can have time, location, and all the options and freedom that come along with you having your finances in order. If this video has been helpful, I hope it has, then please stick around, check out another video, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and I will talk to you next time, gems. I've always wanted to do that, but okay, bye.